we in the APC, we still continue with the campaign. We still move ahead with preparations for the elections on Saturday, because waiting with the demand, not a rocket science. Make I just take me time, give me small time, make I take una through waiting with the ask for. ECSL, now then go na parliament in 2022, then they go revise the Public Elections Act of 2012 and make a number of changes. In section 13 of that act, it talk about the voters register. And it say the voters register forget the number of the person, you forget the name of the person, you forget the address of the person, forget the in papa name, in mama name, in occupation, just like waiting been there on the voters register of 2018. Now then, say na so it for be. But after they don't go past that law, they can now and can give it a voters register where just they give it the name of the person and picture. They're up here, they show the district and the center finish. Not to know they in this voters register where they will tell you really where are this person. We don't do an analysis of the voters register. If I shall say on be see on social media where somebody be post voter cards of picking them, we don't fail at the register. One of them na Fatmata content. If you look Fatmata content it is now the number 179 na center 1001 na Kailahun district. Not day in this picking, we go tell you say it don't reach 8 years. But they register for vote. The other card we na be see na Aliu Yambasu. Look Aliu Yambasu na voter. So make us not fix yourself na just manipulation. It day on the voters register. Aliu Yambasu. Not day on this where they show say Aliu Yambasu don't reach 10 years. Look another one here. Aminat as he say. Look the picture. It clearly shows say now speaking underage. And this just we don't analyze, we don't get all. Thousands upon thousands upon thousands of picking them underage. Actually 8,400 and something underage. Like Kailahun district. In Kenema, 18,000. Some hundreds. Underage picking them. What they put in the register. But they be feel say when they give you the data in this format, when they not give you the date of birth and the other particulars, will not pick them up. They forget say they be done prepare a journal. And the journal get all of these details. And we don't lay hands on the journal. So we get the information. So we able to know exactly the people who they underage. And what did they do again? If you compare the voters register for the Northwest and the voters register for the Southeast, you can find out say in the Southeast, they get so many side there where the picture not they show. Picture not they. Look now, yeah. Picture not they. Picture not they. Picture not they. Picture not they. Almost every picture not they. Picture not they. Picture not they. Picture not they. It's all over in this their register. And the reason is because now underage picking them. It too scary because they be just they pad the names for make them get the numbers where they for use for make them allocate to themselves more seats. I mean, how you go sit down? You look at Makeni town alone and look at Kailahun. How can Kailahun have 11 seats and Bombali get 8 seats? So we don't do all of this analysis. So APC they say una just comply with the provisions of the law. I don't think it's difficult for them. Then get the database. Then get her. Then just decide for extract some and give it. So we believe, say, if they want to give it at they can give it at because then get her. So not too any time for me to do. We also say section 18 of the same act where they can go na parliament also talks say this whole process of voter registration for don't complete 6 months to elections. Now then say, now then Kailahun go, then go pass the act. Why they for don't take 2 weeks to elections? Then they can give me an incomplete register. Register where not they conform. So we they say if una really want for conduct the election, una do it una law call for. I don't talk just now about the whole issue around the early voting. We say it's wrong. I mean, who said they pull voters ballot paper? It's wrong. They're not able to explain. And section 4.5 of the constitutional instrument number 16 of 2023, where they again take to parliament, require them for prepare an early voters register. And international best practice in elections also does show say you get for invite observers, you get for invite political parties for also submit agents where they conduct elections. They don't do any of that. They just wake up while if it say tomorrow we do early voting elections. They simply create an emergency which are not supposed to exist because elections that's something they don't plan over time. If they're not there up to mischief, they're not going to do their kind of here. The third thing, whether somebody asks for, we say, again, in the section 92.2 of the Public Elections Act, and even section 51, it talks about district level certification of results. But section 92.2 is very specific in terms of whose side this district level certification for take place. It says it will take place in the office of the district elections officer, when they serve as the district returning officer. It says that then say they're not a one. Then they go do certification at the region and not in the district. Then they forget say, now then go say that they introduce PR. And this PR, it operates on the district block system, which means the most important unit for this election at the district. So therefore, if I make them do the first level of certification of the results inside the district, consistent with the act where they take to parliament and consistent with best practice for a proportional representation. Say so they do one, then they go region. And guess what? The fourth issue about the electronic transfer, what they want to do. What did they don't do? I don't know if they follow the elections in Kenya, where their IT people there, they go, they manipulate the system, they set up a system in cloud. They try to bring account down to the layman like me, you might understand. Who said they manipulate the results? So what did they don't set up? It's interesting to know. Then they go from the answer, they walk backwards. Then say, after they don't vote at the station, they don't count the result. The police center manager and the presiding officer, then they take this result, then take this app where they get there, then type the figure, then send. A person would say they will type in the wrong figure. A person would say they will type the correct figure. Who knows? And when they send this figure, it doesn't go to the district too. It will go straight to national. Where again they in breach of the procedure. But you know why? When they send this thing, then they capture them in one database in cloud. So they set up 2 parallel databases in cloud. We don't discover this all. We don't investigate, we don't discover. Then set up 2 parallel bases in cloud. And so the one, they take the correct information when they come from the police center manager. After that, then transfer to this fake database where they set up, where they don't program the database for say anytime where SLPP gets 10, multiply by a factor so that they always stay in the majority. And they don't identify 3,883 stations when they don't put their virtual figures there for manipulator inside that database. We don't get all. If I even get the list of all of those centers.
So now this may be the reason we make them say they not allow anybody for auditing system.
Yes. So when when they don't do when you go inside that day, it automatically guarantee victory for SLPP. And now they don't go book into money for Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So from this fake database, and then they beam the result straight to Bintuman. Instead, they invite people there for go watch. They say live display as a result they come in real time. Which kind of time? It's all fake in space. If I remember what we did the 110 election,
virtual friendship.
After the election done, SLPP then come up with their own figure. They say that they win. That this kind of system app, now they be used for getting that kind of result today. But we will get the real result, and that's in the corner. He do the right thing. He accept the real result. Remember, I said that we come up with a figure there. Well, that same thing they want for do for this national election for manipulating figures. So let me say, they insist on district level certification, and it has to be manual, not electronic based. So that when they contact at the district, at the center, the station, when they come at the district back, they take from the RR form, they reconcile, then get the totals, they certify at the district, say, these are the figures. Then they send out to the region. Not to, when you take it's not national, and then from national, when they done doctoral, they send out to region. My region can certify their fake figures. No, you don't work backwards. You go from the center to the district, to the region, and then to national. That's all. And then again, you don't need time. You just need to make them comply. Now, we still go ahead with plans for the elections because we believe, say, they can do the right thing. But just decide, say, we're going to use electronic. We'll go how they do manual. That's all we are saying. And then they don't talk about the underage beginning where they flop at this register. And the reason why when they see this violence, they intensify at the Southeast, now because they want for do waiting they don't use for do over the years. They don't vote in the Southeast. They stop ballots. Then they vote for people there. Then they hit feds, people they run away. They threaten people run away. They go there and vote for people there. So that they end up forget 89, 90, 92% voter turnout. And then 95% of those votes, they go for SLPP. APC, they get under 5%. That's the pattern. Whether they reflect reality. And so now that's the one for perpetuation. So for men they get the figures, when they feel say that it will favor them, they don't put all kind of picking there. Name them inside. They don't say there's no way where a 10-year-old picking will get mine for Kana station, say the car for car vote. If Papa say no go allow him, Mama no go allow her. So they no go there for go vote. Understand it?
And I'll cut you off, sir. During the registration, we see one particular man who they call Vanjao or so. You know, when they go school to school, then they carry go the machine at the school. And it still is somebody being picked out in the camera where they beats that person in the back.
Exactly. So now that they do over and over, and now that they take pad the voters register. And so now they say, but if this register here, so on the day they get real election, then PK no go come, and if there are observers all over the place, and if the parties they also candidate, they will not have the numbers. So they say, now for drive there, now left there on their own, so they could do the thing they do. We are saying no. It not the work. And if you also look at the voters register, you will find out, say, in their own area, in their own strongholds at the Southeast, they get so many one-station centers. Look, center, Kenema, Town Barre. Now one station, now one center. Roman Catholic Primary School, 2 stations, now a whole center. Open space, Kenema, 1 station, now 1 center. Open space, Kenema, 1 station, 1 center. Roman Catholic Primary School, 1 station, 1 center. KDEC Primary School, 1 station, 1 center. When you count at the south and at the northwest, you get 10 stations in 1 center, 12 stations in 1 center. So what they do is that they make them very easy. Allow me to make the point, make people understand.
Okay. All right.
They make it very easy for make people they're able to get access to the polling stations in their strongholds for go vote. When it comes to Wheel area, people they get for work miles for go vote with in attendance difficulty. So structurally, they don't already skew the things in favor of the SLPP. So that people that go able to easily access the center. So they get far more. Right now, we're busy with the print the voters register. We print Western area today. When you begin for print Waterloo, we don't dare per Waterloo from morning till now not done because the center there's so plenty. I mean the stations in 1 center there's so plenty. Whereas when you there at the southeast, 1 station, 1 center, 300 people, 400 people, they make 1 center. So they make us so confident for themselves. Then they is very, very bad. And as I say, they get duplication of names. Look now, all the wire, now duplicated names. Then duplicate the names inside the register. Just so that they go give the SLPP an undue advantage.
But
those are the get the numbers for the allocation of results.
At one point,
and then of course, so these are the things where Dr. Samura and the APC say, in the interest of peace, free, fair, and transparent elections, una stop them bad tier one for do, una reversal. Let's do the right thing and we can go to elections.
But ECFL make something very clear to we at one point. Say they don't reduce underage voter them, they don't pull them from the register. And we find out, say, in the western area and in the north of the country, if you remember one quote where Emerson Lamina quotes the European Union Commissioner. He say when I go to the north and the west, people in book. When I come to the south and the east, will not see plenty. But when they register, they come out, they register plenty past here. We find out that they reject plenty people now the west and the north. And then say when that number when they cut them down because they say a lot of underage. And we still say they turn people and say because the register the birth certificate when they be used is not authentic. So how comes ECSL still less underage in the area them?
The whole issue about underage na the northwest na lie. They be just no what make young people then register because they believe say young people are not go vote for them. And me find that very strange. If free quality education, na the flagship project. Then it means they're picking them where they will be first-time voters. Now then be supposed for them be the direct beneficiaries of this free quality education. So therefore, they're picking up before Glady for tell SLPP thank you for the free quality education. Why they afraid them? That they afraid them, for me, they suggest say the education is not get quality and not free. And then feel say they're picking, they not go vote for them. So therefore, make not allow them to vote at all. They rather prefer for deprive the picking of the democratic right of the franchise for express themselves and choose the leadership where they want and define their future for themselves. So these are the types of things where they do because they know say they cannot win a free, fair, transparent election. They feel say they can skew the process and they don't be ever believe say APC go no. They not be ever believe say APC get the capacity for unearth all of these inadequacies. They don't be believe. So if they come to them as a root shock that APC will get all of these facts. And clearly, we not to work oxy. Work oxy, and they put nail through your nose they tie in here, then they begin direct outside for go. No. We don't work oxy. We understand, we intelligent, we know what they happen. And not to say now we they raise these concerns. But they will say, oh, why are they wait now? We don't do it before. No. We don't raise these issues for several months, if not over a year. Then just the usual power mentality. They dismiss we with a wave of the hand. And that is wrong. So Imran, APC is very clear about what we want. We give the ECSL an opportunity for backtrack and do the right thing. And this is something they can do in less than 24 hours. They can correct these things and do the right thing, and then we can move on with the elections. So that is why we take this step. But make nobody not underestimate the resolve of the APC. We have already resolved, and we don't issue a statement for say we are going to peacefully demonstrate, and we don't call on the police for make them provide we with the security we need for make we do a demonstration.
Well, you can't talk about this thing about the police. Quickly, you will make mention. You can't sorry, I beg. You will make mention of the south and the east. Say some side and they went now one center to one station, right? And now the west
one station now is center.
Yes, one. So in Waterloo, for example, they get like 5, 6, 7 station inside one center.
Over 10.
Mm-hmm. Yes, inside the particular elections act, then get one side where they say if they set confusion now a particular polling center, where they feel say a danger for the election, they can cancel them. You are aware of that?
Yes.
So you not think say this not possible, another trick again. For say then go send them boys them, now some area them, now the north and the south, now the north and the west, set confusion and then they cancel area, so they're not mean. So if they do the same way now one center to one station, it will create any impact to them. You not see that as well?
So you just go for confirm what you had the talk for say this thing like clearly and cleverly orchestrated design for rig the elections in favor of the SLPP. Clearly, from the get-go, from the design stage. It's well programmed, well designed. And in fact, we even hear it say, one commissioner don't say, Ingo deliver a region to SLPP. Hi, and in region, a stronghold of the APC. Hi, hope for one, and I think say, these are one of the reasons why they don't want let we get district level certification. Because when we get district level certification, then there as commissioners no go get any powers. Now, for go cancel a result where they don't certify at the district. They cannot. But at their level, they can decide to begin quarantine, because there the act give the powers. They can decide to begin quarantine certain centers, like how they do in 2018. When they quarantine over 200 stations, and they not ever include those votes in the federal account where they announce. And I believe say they want to do the same thing, but this time we not agree. We not agree as a party. Okay. We not go allow them for me to get the field day where they be enjoying 2018. Not going to happen.